Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into something pretty cool, the music that's hidden right inside our words. We're actually going to open up a poet's secret toolkit and see exactly how they make language sing.
You know what I'm talking about, right? That one song lyric or that catchy jingle that just plays on a loop in your mind all day. So why does that happen? Well, it turns out it's not random at all. It's actually a very deliberate craft. And that's the big secret. The music is baked right into the words themselves. Way before we had guitars and keyboards, poets figured out how to make language dance. And today, we're going to uncover their techniques.
So, let's open up this toolkit. Inside, we're going to find 3 essential sound devices that make words both musical and, really memorable.
First up, we've got rhyme. This is the one we all know, creating those nice patterns with words like light and night. Then there's rhythm. That's the actual beat and flow of the language. And finally, repetition. This is when you use a phrase over and over, like let it shine, to really make an idea stick. They seem simple, but wow, are they powerful.
All right, enough of the theory. Let's get our hands dirty. We're going to become sound detectives and see if we can spot these tools out in the wild. Okay, listen closely as I read this, and try to hear the sounds. Don't just look at the words on the screen. The rain came down with steady beat, a tapping tune on rooftop sheet. Again it drummed, again it played, a rhythm only storms have made. See? You can almost feel the weather in those lines, can't you?
So, our first clue is rhyme. Easy one, right? Check out the end of the first 2 lines, beat and sheet. That matching sound, it creates this connection, like a little musical chime that makes the lines feel totally complete.
All right, detective clue number 2, rhythm. You can actually feel the pulse in this line. I mean, try reading it out loud with me. You can hear that steady beat. Da-doom, 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 da-doom. The rain came down with steady beat. It kind of has a walking tempo, just like the constant sound of the rain itself. That is rhythm in action.
And our last clue is repetition. Look right there in the 3rd line. Again it drummed, again it played. Now, this isn't just lazy writing. It's totally intentional. Repeating the word again makes us feel that persistent, ongoing drumming of the storm. It's pretty clever.
Okay, great detective work, everyone. We found all 3 tools. But this brings up a much bigger question. Why does any of this even matter? I mean, why bother making words sound nice? Let's explore how these simple techniques connect to something way deeper.
This ancient verse from the Psalms actually gives us a really powerful clue. It's a prayer, asking that one's words might be pleasing. This suggests that the quality, the actual construction of our words, can have a real spiritual significance.
And this just raises a fascinating point, doesn't it? A beautiful truth, if you say it awkwardly, just doesn't have the same punch as one spoken beautifully. The sound itself carries part of the meaning. When words are musical and memorable, the truth they carry has a much better shot at finding a home in our hearts.
So now that you know the secret, guess what? It's your turn. We're switching gears from being detectives to being creators. You are now the poet.
So here's a quick write challenge for you. First, just pick any topic, the sun, your friend, a feeling, anything. Second, write just 4 short lines about it. Third, and this is the important part, try to use at least 2 of the sound devices we've been talking about, rhyme, rhythm, or repetition. And finally, label them, just so you can see the tools you're using. Come on, give it a shot.
While you're thinking about that, I want you to consider one of the most powerful examples of this in all of history, and it revolves around this number right here, 26. What in the world could be so special about 26?
Well, get this. This number shows the insane power of repetition. In Psalm 136, the writer repeats the phrase, "His love endures forever," after every single line, 26 times. Now, remember, this was for an oral culture, way before most people could read. So this wasn't just poetic, it was a memory tool designed to drill home a central, unforgettable truth. That's repetition for maximum impact, right there.
So let's bring this all back home. We've seen the tools, we've found them in action, and we've even seen how they can be used to make a timeless truth stick forever. And this gets to the real heart of the matter. Here's the key takeaway, the big truth to remember. When your words have that musical quality, that pleasing sound, they do more than just send a message. They stick. They stay in your heart. And words that stay in the heart, well, they have the power to encourage, to comfort, and to lift us up.
And this power of words,
their ability to build up or tear down, it connects directly to a core belief we hold, that education has to be paired with morality. I mean, being smart just isn't enough if our choices still end up causing hurt. Knowing these poetic tricks is one thing, but how we choose to use them, that's what really matters.
And Scripture really backs this up. When we focus our minds on what is good and true, it leads to life and peace. So crafting pleasing musical words is a really practical way to focus our own minds and the minds of others on exactly those things.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. The Poet's Secret Toolkit, it's yours now. You get the power of rhyme, rhythm, and repetition. The only question is, how are you going to use the music of your words to bring something good and true into the world?